Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hangar Deck. I wanted to give you an update on the Allison T56 by Atlantis. This build has been very challenging for me personally. I don't know why I've had such a hard time, but I have. I've seen several builds on the internet, and they make it look much easier than the time I've had. I've made some mistakes. Actually went to put it on a cabinet last night and just display it as is, and the prop control came off, and I almost went ahead and just started another model, and I decided, I'm going to get it back out tonight and see if I can get it all glued back together. So got it glued back together. I wanted to give you just a quick tour while I have it apart here. If I can get this open, this is your prop control. So the shaft from the turbine would come forward into the prop control. The props ran at two speeds, low speed and high speed, and painted most everything. There are a few items in here that are not painted, but most of it's been airbrushed. But I don't know. Let me try to turn it. I stopped the video, so there's a little bit of jerk. That's why I am able to turn it, so that's good. And you can see the little prop shaft turning. So we have a shaft running through this shaft cover. It has some struts here that support the prop control. Moving back this way, we have the compressor section. So you'll notice we have progressively smaller blades as we move back. There's actually 14 stages. So each one of those sets of blades is a stage, and the air gets compressed tighter and tighter as it moves back. Now, as the air compresses, it also heats up. And then right in this area where this little bell housing is here, right there, the fuel is added to the hot air. This is the fuel line right here. There's several jets. And then there are igniters that ignite the fuel in this burn section here. And of course, those cans didn't look orange. I just did that as kind of for show. They actually kind of look like this. I painted this one with kind of a couple of different tones of metallic, and then added just a little bit of blue kind of in the center to kind of give it that decolorized look that motorcycle exhausts and different metal get when it gets really hot. And then that fuel air mixture, as it's burned, it's shot through this turbine, and you'll notice that these vanes, the 4 stages, they go the opposite direction. They're smaller here and get larger as they go, and that is what does the bulk of the spinning. But everything's on a common shaft, so as this spins faster, the compressor spins faster, and then the prop spins at the same speed because of our gearbox here. So that's kind of how our turboprop works. Here's the exhaust ring here. Now on the P3s that I worked on, attached to this exhaust ring, actually there was another little bell housing right here. There was a long exhaust pipe that ran off the engine and came out the back. You can kind of see this little model up here. You can see the back end of the T56 and see where the exhaust came out. Now, P3s had 4 engines. Engine number 1 was the only engine that did not have an alternator. So it was just the engine. and it ran a little cleaner than the rest of the engines. And when I get all done with this build and I get it mounted, I'm going to tell you a story about this prop control, this prop governor, and what happened to a P3 with a VP9 that was on a mission over the way northern Atlantic near Russia. And they had one prop feathered, which they did, all P3s did from time to time, just because it would allow them to loiter longer. But when they went to refire that engine, there was a problem. And I will tell you that story when I get all done. So, that's it for tonight. Thanks for dropping by, and stay tuned. I have not yet begun to fight this model. Good evening.